Hello guys and gals, welcome back to another Old Boy in Georgia guitar video. Today we're going to start work on a bass, and this one is going to need some work. This bass has been sitting around for apparently quite a while. This thing is nasty. I mean, look at that. That's that's bad. So it's gonna need a lot of cleaning, a lot of stuff, I mean, it's just, man, it's really nasty. Maple fretboard, long scale bass, and it's got a broke nut. And I have another one to go on it. So, a blaze. And if I'm thinking right, these were made in the 80's. I think 80's or 90's by Barry Blaze. He kind of was in with Dean at one time on a Dimebag Darrell design, I believe, if I remember right. And please don't wind your strings like this. Please. But anyway, it looks like it's, other than missing the nut, or half the nut, everything seems to be here. I have no idea, like I say, other than it being extremely nasty. And I have no idea. Missing the knob. No idea if it works. So, let's see if I can get my hand out of the way. Take a look at the back side. Alrighty. Eat Bertha's Muscles. The Allman Brothers Band. Fishing and Grooving. Okay. Look like we've got some relicing going on, and I'd say this is genuine relicing. Looks like a plywood body. Yep, plywood body. You can see the screw. I'm sorry about my shaky hand here. You can see the screw on the bottom string is not even all the way in the bridge. Anything what we're going to find out about that. Okay, if this is something you're interested in, hang around and we'll see what we can get into with this thing. Okay, I'd say one of the first things we need to try to do is see if this thing even works. So let's fire up the junky Mustang 3 Fender amp here just to use it and see what happens here. Nope, nothing at all. And I know that makes everybody happy. That wonderful noise. Okay, but we had to find out. If it was going to work or not. So it looks like we're going to go inside of it. And I'm probably going to go get some mean green and some other stuff, and we're going to start tearing this thing down. But we're going to have some major cleaning products. So I'll be back with that. All right, I'm back with some cleaning products. And sorry for the heavy breathing, but I couldn't remember where I put it. What I was looking for. I better, before we get anywhere started on this thing, any farther than we already are, I better see if I can See if this thing even, if the truss rod even works or not. That'd be the first thing that I need to try. See if I can get in there on it. Oh yeah, did you hear it creak? Oh, she's tight, but it works. So I can get on with cleaning. There was no point in doing no more. This is a thrift store special. So you look at that. Excellent. But you know, I've been needing a base for a while. I had one at one time. And I come up on this thing and I said, well, everybody needs a project. I need another project. But see how these, and I hope you can see how these strings, they just stuck through. That's incorrect. We'll do it the right way when we go back. But this thing is one more filthy mess. But I think I'm right on this as far as it being about the blaze, Barry Blaze. If anybody knows bases, familiar with Blaze bass, you know, it'd be interesting to know a little more, about them. But that's just what I picked up about it. That was the case, that he made these and made some guitars, maybe still does, I don't know. But he was in with Dean, I do know, one time with Dimebag Darrell on the, creating some of those guitars for Dean. And I have no idea if these set screws will even begin to turn in this bridge on these saddles. They're pretty nasty looking. We're a long way from there. And before I even clean up anything, try to get this pick guard raised up and see what's going on in here. That ain't looking too good. So, well, that's too big of a bit. And that one ain't gonna stay in. I have no idea what we're going to find in here. And I'm not too worried about if I round out some of these rusty old screws. If everything works out right, we'll put something better back in it when we go back into it. And like this will probably be several parts to this video. Because there's a lot of work to do here. Quite a bit of work to do. And I've got quite a bit of work to do. I'm going to have some videos coming up if you're interested. And I mentioned it one time a while back of getting my guitar shop remodeled and getting it done. I mentioned that a long time ago, and that's not happened. But the reason being is I'm having a new roof put on the house this week. That kind of cut into the guitar shop remodeling, so hopefully getting back on it and getting it set up to be a studio workshop. Because now I've stuck myself in this spare bedroom and got everything piled everywhere. And I got to get back out there. And there's the screw I always forget. Yeah, they're pretty rusty. I don't know where this thing's been, but it's dirty. All right, let's see what's in here. Okay. I'd say that's been twisted around till it's not making contact. I don't know. All this needs to come out anyway, and I may see if a fender pick guard fits this thing and get something else. We got our pickups though, and I don't know whether they're good or bad. I mean, we'll have to check all that and see. Let's just, okay, we know our blue is our ground, so let's just get that out of the way. I've got some other pots. These are 500, that's a 500K. I'm sure that's the same thing. It's got so much solder on it you can't tell. So that's that. Oh, let's see this neck. I'm gonna try to take it off. Get where you can see what I'm doing, maybe. Yeah, maybe they can see right there what I'm doing. All right. Not that you can't tell that I'm taking a neck off. That's about all I'm doing. So I got some sticker stuff to take off. A lot of major cleaning. I don't see any cracks in the body. I was just beat and banged up from use. Don't see any cracks in the body, all that. So there is a little crack, and once I get this neck off, I'll try to show it on the headstock. But it's no major thing, I don't think. So, well, I know y'all will be glad when I get all this editing business and all that down, where I can high speed through this or skip through it or whatever. And I have started shooting a video with my regular video camera. I'm doing having to fix a bridge on an acoustic guitar that raised up, and I'm actually filming it with the other camera, but I don't know how that's going to turn out. So I am trying to work in a better direction. Okay, this plate, it's like the plating is coming off of it. So. And I don't see any, there's no shim in here. There's no numbers, no nothing, just sanding marks, router marks, whatever. And you can definitely see you can definitely see, if I can get it to where you can see it, the plywood, layers in there in the body. And everybody talks terrible about that. If I'm thinking correct, Gibson actually built some Les Pauls the same way. So, man, this thing is nasty, nasty. Okay. All right. Nothing on the neck, but there's no splits or nothing that way. No numbers, no anything. But, okay, let me get this over here. If you can see, I don't know, this light over there is messing everything up. There's a little crack right in there. But it's not all the way through. It's almost just like on the surface, and that ain't going to show up in the camera. Maybe I get back away from it. Right there. And it's just a little, it don't even go very deep. So what I'll probably do is put just a little bit of CA glue down in there just to keep it from splitting any more if it ever was to or whatever. But it's not even cracked, not even, it's just very little. So, and these tuners were, you can see, and I'm shaking everything. Hold on. All right. They're all loose, wobbly. They seem to work okay. They're just all loose. Well, I got to come all off and be cleaned. So I guess I'm going to do a little cleaning and see what we can do when we come back with that. So let me do a little cleaning and we'll be back. All right, I got the tuning keys. I got those out. Something I noticed on part of them, they're missing the little nylon bushing that goes in, between them, between the, to stop this right here. So I don't know if I can come up with those bushings or, whether a new set of tuners are in. I mean, it's no problem to put that bushing in if I can find them. I don't know that I can. If anybody knows where I can get those, let me know. And let's see if we can't see what this thing looks like underneath all of this crud. This is probably one of the nastiest guitars, and I'm sure it was in the corner of somebody's garage, in the attic or the basement or somewhere, and you can see it is rather a mess. Okay, let's see if I can get that nut. I don't know how good what's left of it's still in there, but we're going to see if we can't just knock it out, get it out the way, without knocking everything else out in the process. There we go. Alrighty. And I have another one. I think I've got another one that'll go right in there. So that's got that out of the way. Yeah, maybe when I get my shop back in working order, I'll have a little better lighting, have a better camera, better lighting, better setup, some overhead shots, stuff like that, where it'll be a little easier for everybody to see. I've just kind of been having a makeshift deal for a long time. I started that out there, and then other things come along, and I've just got, priorities just kind of changed on some things. Get that shop and get it straight. Maybe this video stuff will get a little better. You can see more. I can get to where I can do more. Man, there's all kinds of crud on this thing. It actually Looks pretty nice once you get it where you can see it. I'm telling you though, look at that. Man. And I don't know that I've got a not straight edge. I know I don't for a base. I don't have one. I really don't do that much on bases for some reason. I just don't get much of a call for any work to be done on a base. I mean, I know how to do it. I just don't have much. Just don't have many people coming around wanting stuff done. Man, this is something here. Okay, let's see if you can see that. See that little crack right in there. But it ain't much. And I'll let that dry out. I'm not gonna, I've got this mean green in it now. I don't want to put no glue, but I'm just gonna take a little thin CA glue and maybe a razor blade, just enough to open that up just a hair if I can. It comes from that screw hole right there down, but it only comes around to there. But if I could open that up just a hair without splitting it anymore, put some glue in there. I don't even think I'll have to clamp it. Just put some glue in there and clean it up. Just to keep that from ever, if it ever was to want to split anymore, then, some of the stuff it's going to take more than one. It's going to have more than one bath, I'm sure, but that's got it cleaning up a little bit. I mean, it isn't bad. It isn't bad at all. I mean, let's see what, take a look at these frets. A little bit of rock. They're really not. There's one. And they may just need to be seated. Just have to try it and see. If not, we can do a quick level on it. I don't see anything, I don't see anything just terrible. Little bit of rock. Yeah, it wouldn't take much to throw, do just a little leveling on them. But they're not bad, and they're not really worn very much at all. Maybe just a little bit down here on these lower ones, just slightly on those lower ones right there. So I think that's going to work. As far as the body, well, the strap button has got pushed into the body. So this is going to have some major cleaning, and I'm going to have to do some major work here with the Goo Gone and try to get some of these stickers gone off here. And that gives us a look at the thing. I mean, there's no cracks in the neck pocket. That all looks good. I'm not going to worry about painting it, refinishing it, nothing like that. I think I'm going to get rid of the stickers and let the let the relic wire be the relic wire. And take this bridge off and see, probably soak these things. See if I can get this thing to come off. Everybody can see what I'm doing here. That screw wasn't even all the way down. This is going to have some major cleaning. When I get the pickups out, probably just doing that's just going to take a lot of major cleaning work. But I don't see nothing wrong that it can't be put back in operation. Because like I said, I had a base one time and didn't really ever fool with it much, but I've kind of got a little more interest in them now. Maybe fool around a little bit with them. I'm going to try to pull that back where I can. I should be using power tools for this. It's taking too long. We'll see. We should have a ground wire coming over here to this, and I may go ahead and order a new set of pots and switch and everything, and just do away with that old dilapidated mess of stuff because it's not even working, and I didn't see anything that I could actually see the reason it wasn't working, so there's no telling. No telling at all. I mean, the wiper could be broken, one of those in the volume pot, anything. I mean, it's full of junk too, so all right. There's a look at the bottom of that. Of course, there's no brand. I've got another base bridge. I said I don't have a base. I've got a double neck Hondo Bighorn, Longhorn, and that I'm looking for two necks. Both necks are busted. So I'm looking for that two necks for that Hondo Longhorn or Bighorn, whatever they were called. But I've got an aftermarket bridge. It was on it, but this one will work if I can get it cleaned up and just make sure all these pieces get these set screws cleaned up. But I want you to look at the filth. So I'm going to get cleaning on this, and everybody knows how to clean a guitar. I'm going to get cleaning on this, and then I'm going to wash my hands. But I'm going to put the goo gone on and see if we can get some stickers gone. And anyway, that gives us a look at what we got. I'll get it all cleaned up and find the strings and nut, everything that's around here somewhere. And the next video, we'll try to get this thing put back together. So if this was entertaining, interesting, give me a thumbs up. If it was just somebody fumbling around and mumbling and didn't make any sense, give me a thumbs down. If you like what you've seen and would like to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and the little bell. And until the next time, I'll see you later.